got involved in reforming a host of social ills. The slave trade was, of course, the worst of them. But it is amazing to think what the gospel of Jesus Christ can do. And so sometimes in a person, the Lord gives us a picture of what's possible when a little leaven gets into the lump. Eventually, you just can't believe that it has leavened the whole lump. And all of the West owes a debt to that little bit of leaven that the Lord gave us through William Wilberforce. It's an extraordinary thing. So I'm thrilled to be here tonight at this Wilberforce dinner, thrilled that we're honoring Canon White, who is in several ways perfectly appropriate as a choice for this.
Anglican congregation in Iraq. As one of the largest churches anywhere in the country, it's a stunning fact, given the country's 97% Muslim population. Positioned in the heart of the country's extremely dangerous red zone, the Church and Medical Mission ministers life-giving faith, food, and medicine to over 6,000 Iraqi souls each week. And while the congregation gathers regularly in worship and song, they continue to learn of our Saviour's love under the very real threat of violence. Guarded by 24 Iraqi security guards, Canon White faces significant and constant threats on his life, including multiple church bombings and the loss of countless friends. Some members have been kidnapped or killed for their attendance and avow faith in Jesus Christ. Having been detained at gunpoint, travel anywhere now includes a Bible and military-grade bulletproof tactical gear. But greater than the potential harm is Canon White's love for the people of Iraq and his congregation. The clinic at St. George's delivers substantial humanitarian relief to almost 2,000 patients.
In fact, the people of Iraq know that this love and concern and caring for them is real. And that's why he can walk into any camp, in any congregation. He can meet with any leader, religious or political, and has a tremendous impact on bringing peace.
When I called to tell him that he had been selected to be chosen for the William Wilberforce Award for 2014, he said, "Would you believe my first parish was that of William Wilberforce?" We had no idea. That's the sort of thing that goes beyond serendipity and merges into providence. He has gone where almost no one else wants to go and where most of us are too afraid to go. I think William Wilberforce would be enormously gratified, and I know Chuck Colson would, to be here with us tonight as we present the 2014 William Wilberforce Award to the Reverend Canon Andrew White.
This is the William Wilberforce medallion that we've struck, and on the back it says the Reverend Canon Dr. Andrew P.B. White, 2014, for exemplifying the passions and principles of William Wilberforce as a witness of real Christianity in society.
I must confess that when I saw that video, which I thought was excellent, it brought tears to my eyes, because I miss my people. I saw my children. I saw my land, which is broken and torn. And I thought, I want to be there. When you think of the destruction of Iraq, it's very difficult to actually conceive what has really happened. And therefore, in a way, you think, I don't deserve any honor or any award. I'm just serving my people. And this is the kind of ministry which Chuck Colson himself amplified. In the last 10 years in Baghdad, I have had 1,276 of my congregation killed. Very few people have ever experienced anything like that. And people say, how do you keep going? And I think that I have said to my people so many times, I'm not going to leave you, don't you leave me. And I can't say that anymore. Because I know if my people stay, they may be killed. I've seen so many of my people killed. And I've cried and cried and cried. Because my loved ones are no more. And one of our young girls turned round and said, when you've lost everything, Jesus is all you've got left. And we've lost everything. But we haven't lost Jesus. He is still there with us. You have heard that I used to be the Vicar of Clapham before Baghdad. And Clapham was where William Wilberforce lived. And I used to walk regularly through Clapham Common. And I used to walk by Wilberforce's house. And I used to say, Lord, one day may I be able to be just a minuscule section of Wilberforce. Will you help me one day to be just like him, a small iota? Wilberforce fought and fought and fought. His desire for the abolition of slavery and the changing of people's manners was a spiritual and a political issue. And never underestimate the importance and the significance of the political and the religious. Past Wilberforce's house, I said to myself, well, he did it. He may have been first and foremost a political leader, but he was also a spiritual leader. He loved Jesus. And he served his Lord. And for all of us, our calling is to serve God where he wants us to be. And for you, that may well be in Virginia. For me, it's in Baghdad. And I'm delighted it's Baghdad. Because I never have a boring day. I'm sure many of you have boring days. Well, come to Baghdad, and I can guarantee you will not. We don't do that kind of thing, do we, General Kicklight, General Greer, and all the other generals, and General Hogel? We don't do that kind of thing. This is serving God on the front line. My message for all of us here is we are all called to serve God on the front line. Here is the front line. There is the front line. We are working radically for reconciliation. And we do it by loving, often loving the bad people. Because Yeshua said, love your enemy. Love those that hurt you. Love, love, and love. Closing, I want to say thank you again. Thank you to Wheaton for putting my name forward. Thank you to the Chuck Colson organization. Thank you to William Wilberforce. I walk in his footsteps. Literally, being a Clapham man, you might start as the Vicar of Clapham, but you might end up the Vicar of Baghdad.
All what have been told about Brother Andrew, Abuna Andrew, I will not go and repeat it again, but I will say I confirm it, it is true, and Abuna Andrew actually deserves even more. Because he's a man, when Bishop Colin Bennett was introducing him to me, he said, General, this is Andrew White, and remember your friend is an angel. Exactly. That's his bishop, Lord of Coventry, introducing me, Abuna Andrew, and telling me that you are going to have a friend, he's an angel. And really, Abuna Andrew is an angel. Thank God that we did a lot of work together. I became the president of IIP, Iraqi Institute for Peace, and it was all done actually by Abuna Andrew.